Thought she wasn't gonna watch it.
Herself came out to LA, came to the fight, but Crawford just walked by and said, "I thought you weren't gonna watch it, but clearly your mind has changed."
Yeah, I came here to support.
I think you gotta lean more towards Canelo because, like I said before, he been pitting big guys out and down, and Canelo not even really a 68 pounder. He probably really should be at 60 maybe, and he been hurting these guys. I think he be dropping these guys and things like that. So, and them guys be way bigger than him come fight night. I know that for sure. They be probably close to 2. And he dropping those guys like that. So I don't know. It's gonna be a great fight. The fans want to see it. So so be it. I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight, at like 60 or like at least at 60, just to get his body, the feeling of somebody a little bit bigger, and things like that. I know when you go up a weight, you gotta, develop that power and not develop the power, but like put that muscle on and be heavy and things like that. So he might not want to take a fight because he's trying to build up right now. But I think he should just to stay sharp and that way he don't have like a long layoff or anything like that.
Saying that Crawford Canelo is something for Crawford to look out for?
The boxing world was already buzzing about Terence Crawford versus Canelo Alvarez until Jaron "Bouts" Ennis flipped the script. At the first official press conference in Las Vegas, Crawford wasn't even on stage for more than a minute before Ennis stormed in and shoved him, sparking chaos.
Canelo's going to run over him. What's your thoughts on that fight?
It's a good fight, 50-50 fight, and I guess it's a fight that everybody wants to see. So, I mean, it's a good fight.
How difficult is it to make that jump from, he only had one fight at 54, so like 147, 154 to 168 pounds?
You said how difficult is it?
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's going to be a little difficult because you got to, what are you going to have to put on, like an extra 14 pounds? So he might be a little slower, or who knows, he could be faster. I don't know. Like, it's just, you got to add more weight and gain more muscle and stuff like that, moving up in weight and things like that. So it's a little harder, but I don't know. We'll see on fight night how he'll look.
What does Terence Crawford have to do to be successful in that fight?
Be smart. Take his time. Box and move. Don't sit there and let him try to bomb on him.
What about Canelo Alvarez?
I feel like Canelo gonna press him. Had to press him. Everything behind the stick, and catch him, try and pull back, anything, cutting.
Cameras flashed, security intervened, and suddenly the spotlight shifted away from Canelo. For Ennis, it wasn't just a stunt. It was frustration boiling over. He's been chasing Crawford for years, calling for a unification bout at welterweight.
Is it one of those situations where you try to punch on like the smaller man's like arms?
You're gonna have to bully him. You're gonna have to bully the smaller guy. Don't let him dictate nothing. Show him that's your weight class.
Yeah, you brought up, and this is just a follow-up on here, you brought up one main point that a lot of fans have been bringing up. It's like, what happens when Canelo hits him? Because he's been hurting, like you mentioned, bigger guys.
Yeah.
Crawford hasn't been fighting guys that are 200 pounds, 190 pounds on fight night.
Yeah, right. And I think Crawford should take a warm-up fight, at like 60 or like at least at 60, just to get his body.
Same like a.
You told me that Terence Crawford and Canelo was a 50-50 fight. You told me Terence Crawford had a chance.
Right.
Me, I was leaning towards Canelo because of the size.
Right.
I want to apologize.
Yeah.
Because after watching that fight, I see what you were talking about.
Yeah, I'm telling you, that movement all sets everybody, man. And with Canelo, he get frustrated. You see, he's walking to you and all that. If he can't touch you, you know what I mean? That's it. You know what I mean?
Now, did watching that make you feel like Terence Crawford has better than a 50% chance after watching?
He holds the IBF belt, recently dominated Stanionis, and was ready. Instead of accepting the challenge, Crawford moved on, literally, up in weight to face Canelo at 168 pounds. Crawford dismissed the incident, saying, that was dumb. If he wants to fight, let's do it in the street. He's too small now.
Him against Lara back in the day, but now this is supposed to be a new and improved Canelo.
Yeah. I think, like I said, Terence got a great chance to beat him, man. You know what I mean? Terence can box, Terence can move, Terence can punch. You know what I mean? Terence ain't gonna be doing like Skull. Terence gonna fight you. You know what I mean? He's Terence from the street, man. You know what I mean? He know what to do. You know what I mean? When it comes down to it. And I think he's gonna wind up frustrating Canelo. You know what I mean?
You beat Boots by unanimous decision. Yeah, I'm a dog him. For sure. I'm a dog that boy. They never faced a fighter like me. No more backflips, protect your knees. Boots, if you're on here and your father's on here, Bozy, listen to me. You bozos. How you claim yourself from Philly and you don't want to fight the best? Man, y'all putting Philly down and Philly just won. Shout out to Philadelphia Eagles for winning the chip. Come on, bro. I don't think you from Philly. Any questions? Yeah, no Boots fight then. No Boots fight. They said no.
Despite that, Ennis isn't backing down. He's reportedly willing to jump up and wait to finally land the fight, but another door may be opening. Talks are swirling about a potential clash with Teofimo Lopez. That rivalry is already heating up, with Lopez accusing Boots of ducking. Meanwhile, Crawford is in deep prep for his biggest test yet. Taking on Canelo at super middleweight is no small task.
Teofimo Lopez has mentioned that a potential fight with you and him maybe down the road. I think Turkey's even said that. Just overall, your thoughts on that, Jaron?
Like I said before, I'm not worried about nobody else outside of Stanionis. I'm locked in on him. I'm just locked in on him. I'm zoned in on Stanionis. I'm here to collect belts at 147 and show out. And that's what I'm going to do.
I figured it being so close to the fight too as well. You're kind of like tunnel vision when it comes to your opponent. And the only reason why I ask is because Turkey had mentioned that if Teo gets past Barboza, we could see a fight with you and Teofimo. I know Top Rank tried to make that fight as well. So I was just curious now, like, what do you think of Teofimo as a fighter?
He's a good fighter. Good fighter. That's about it.
That's about it?
Yeah, he's a good fighter. That's about it. Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know you were going to add or anything like that.
No. I say he's a good fighter. That's about it.
Okay. Brian Norman Jr. got a knockout win. I know you guys tried to make a fight previously. He had mentioned in a group huddle with us that he just didn't like being cornered in his opinion, when it came to that fight. Just, what happened with that fight, Jaron. Just give us your perspective on that and him saying those comments.
I ain't gonna lie, I don't even know what you're talking about. I've been so locked in and zoned in on what I got going on. I ain't been worrying about nobody else doing nothing. Like, I just been going to the gym, training, locking in books and things like that. Even coloring a little bit. I'm just so focused on what I got going on. I really ain't been on social media. I post whatever I post.
He's adding size, adjusting to a new division, and preparing for the power of a man who routinely drops fighters close to 200 pounds on fight night. Some, like Caleb Plant, believe Crawford's movement and IQ could neutralize Canelo's power. Others say the size gap is too dangerous to ignore.
Terence is not a regular guy. You know what I'm saying? He's special. And, Canelo, he's a top-notch fighter, world-class fighter. Still on the pound-for-pound list, I'm sure, towards somewhere near the top. And it's exciting. Terence is freakishly strong. He can punch. He's got good crack. He can fight from both ways. Orthodox southpaw. He can fight at mid-range, close range, outside, and he can fight going both ways. So it's exciting. It's exciting. It's a big question mark on the end of it, though. So that's why I'm sure all of us are excited for that bell to ring and be able to find out firsthand.
What did you think of Canelo over the weekend? Did that look like the same type of Canelo you fought a few years ago? And what did you think of that?
No, I don't think it's the same Canelo. Not quite, but also I kind of figured it was going to be like that, honestly. I heard Canelo say in the interview, like, I don't really like fighting guys who move around that much like that. And William Skull being a Cuban fighter, like, I knew he was going to do that. And so was curious to see, how Canelo would handle that.
With Canelo, if you're on Crawford's team, you just said it before.
All right. I like Crawford. All right. My brother fought Canelo, not me. I like Crawford in this fight, and he can stay big. But my brother even told me that was his mistake that he made. He thought going up in weight, I got to get massive, I got to get big to beat Canelo. It made him slower, it made his reflexes slower. He'll tell you himself.
Still, the odds are stacked. Crawford may be one of the most skilled boxers on the planet, but Canelo is a seasoned, powerful champion at 168. The question now is, will Crawford silence the doubters, or will Ennis force his way back into the picture? One thing is clear. This isn't just about belts anymore. It's about legacy.